Bobby, what you doing?
Checking the YouTube comments. These guys think I'm some kind of Microsoft fanboy. Did you know I could get 300 songs on a Zune? First off, we'd like to thank you for watching our channel. When we started this a few months ago, we had no idea it would get as big as it has been, and that you guys have taken time to not only watch our videos, but comment a lot about them. We're honored that you take the time to watch them. And we've had a lot of discussion around some of the choices we make. So what I thought I would do is, first off, thank you for watching, but if you want to know why we talk about some of the things we talk about, we'd like to explain that. We have planted our flags on basically 3 technologies: C#, Bootstrap, and SQL. And if you want to know why we did that, keep watching. So when you create a YouTube channel and it blows up as quick as it happened for us, a lot of times we get comments about why we say certain things or why we pick certain things. And some of those things are different than what you have. And so we get in these kind of discussions about, hey, I use this, why'd you pick that? And what we want to tell you is that if you're using something professional and they're paying you to do it, you've made the right choice. Just because that we have planted our flag around C# doesn't mean that we're invalidating what Java, PHP, or whatever it is that you're using, Go or Rust or whatever. It doesn't mean those choices are bad. They're perfectly valid. What I want you to understand is that we are first and foremost educators. And so when we educate people, we have to pick something. So we can't stay in theoretical land. We have to show the person what to build. For example, we had a comment from a guy that was going to university, and he asked his professor, hey, which language or tooling should I use to complete the project? The professor told him it doesn't matter. You can use whatever you want. Whatever you need to do to get the job done, just turn in the completed project to me. And while that's true, you can see where the student is confused, like, well, where do I start? What do I do? You know, the professor's not allowing him or giving him any kind of feedback or any kind of direction there.
Teach me.
No.
And then when you talk to a lot of industry vets, you know, you guys are out there 10, 15, 20 years, you're telling first-time learners, hey, you know what? It doesn't matter what you learn. You can learn anything. Just learn the algorithm and data structures and then apply that to the tooling or to the language, and then use the tool and language, whatever one you'd like. That's technically true, but for a first-time learner, that's super confusing. Like, okay, which one do I pick? There's like a million things to choose from. What do I do? And so the first thing that I want to coach you guys on for first-time learners is the first thing you need to do is figure out what you want to build. Full stack web dev is the best flag to plant right now if you're trying to break in, okay? And when you do that, that's going to limit the tools and languages that you're going to choose from. And so the first flag you need to plant is full stack web dev, because that's where the jobs are at. So you may be wondering, why did we pick C# as one of our flags, okay? Why did we base our curriculum and the consulting company around this technology? When we were picking C#, we had to determine is it well supported, is it well documented, and is it widely adopted? And when you look at C#, it is definitely well supported because it is built and maintained by Microsoft, one of the largest companies on the planet. It's also well documented, meaning that you can go to MSDN, you can go to Stack Overflow, you can go to a lot of places to get information about how to do something inside of C#. And there is no denying that C# is also widely adopted in the enterprise for lots and lots and lots of projects, and there's a high demand for C# skills right now. And so when a student comes into Coder Foundry, or if you're just asking on a personal one-on-one level, what should I learn? I want to tell you about the thing that I think you can most likely break in with. And C# checks all of those boxes. Every full stack web dev has to pick a front-end framework or the tooling that you're going to use to actually construct your GUIs or your user interface. And so this is really important to all full stack jobs because you have to build it with something. And we use the same criteria here that we used when we selected C# as the backend language for our projects. So we picked something that is well supported, well documented, and widely adopted, just like we did with C#. And Twitter Bootstrap, again, checks all of those boxes. Now, there could be some debate about whether you should roll your own templates or whatever on every single project, and some of those have merits. But for when you're trying to teach someone to code for the first time, showing them how to lay out a page with the grids inside of Bootstrap makes a lot of sense. It's also used on a lot of projects, meaning when they go to their first job, it's more than likely that Bootstrap is being used in that shop. So their skills align better with what they're going to do on their first job. It's also used a lot even if you're in the pro level game. So Twitter Bootstrap is the UI framework that we want to stake our flag in. So to sum all this up, we've picked C#, Twitter Bootstrap, we've picked JavaScript, we picked HTML, and we picked SQL as our flags to teach our course and to build our projects and services. Now your flags may be different, and that's okay. If you're looking at other things that you want to do, your languages may be different. Like if you're running out mobile, or you're working on set-top boxes, or you're writing something inside of a machine, or you're doing data science, whatever you're doing, you may not pick the same things that we picked. And we think that's perfectly fine, and that's okay. But if you come and ask us what we think you should learn to break into the industry, we're going to tell you about our flags. Yours may be different, and that's okay. Good luck and keep coding.